So let's move on to the iPod Touch. The iPod Touch is an incredible product. We've brought our multi-touch technology and our multi-touch user interface to an iPod. And this is unlike anything in the marketplace. Well, for this holiday season, we're making it even better. And so this is the new iPod Touch. It's got the same gorgeous 3.5-inch display, but it's even thinner. It is this beautiful contoured stainless steel design. And if you didn't think the last one could get thinner, you've got to get your hands on one of these things. They're just fantastic. And that's the bottom right there, a 30-pin connector. And so what's different about this? Well, some things are the same. A stunning 3.5-inch display. Here's something that's different. This was the #1 request we've gotten. We've integrated volume controls into the side. We think that's going to make a lot of people a little happier. Of course, the accelerometer, wireless networking, 802.11b and G are still there. We've built in a speaker, which is really hard with something this thin. It's for casual listening. Okay? This is not for audiophiles, but it's really nice to have it. Genius playlist creation right on the iPod Touch, and of course the App Store built in. So let's take a look at some of these things. We've enhanced the user interface a little bit. It's a little nicer to scroll through lists of songs, better artwork on albums and videos. Of course, it's still great to watch video on the iPod Touch. A little better for audiobooks. So the user interface is even nicer than it has been. We've also built in Nike Plus iPod into the iPod Touch. So the software is all built in. It's very nice. And as you know, you need to plug in a receiver into the iPods to date to make it work with the transmitter puck that you put in your shoe. Not with the iPod Touch. The receiver's actually built into the product itself. So all you have to do is get the transmitter for your shoe, and you're all set to go with Nike Plus iPod on the iPod Touch. For Genius, again, to be able to make these playlists from songs in the library right on the Touch that go great together, we've built that right into the iPod Touch. And so let's take a look. If I'm listening to Don't Think Twice, It's All Right, I just tap to get the scrubber and, you know, the panel that lets me set, repeat, and shuffle. And we've added right on there, as you can see, a Genius symbol. You just tap that with your finger, and you've made a Genius playlist. You can refresh it. You can save it. If you save it, this is what it looks like. It just lists the title of the seed song with a Genius logo next to it, and you've got your Genius playlist for as long as you want it. So Genius playlist creation right on the iPod Touch. And of course, the App Store. This has been one of the most incredible phenomenons we've ever seen at Apple. I am pleased to announce today that users have downloaded over 100 million apps from the App Store. Now, this is mind-blowing, but it's even more mind-blowing when you realize that today is only the 60th day it's been open. The App Store opened 60 days ago today, and 100 million apps have been downloaded. That's pretty amazing. And it's right on the iPod Touch. All these incredible apps, and most importantly, games. Right? There are about 700 games on the App Store today. A lot of them for free. And some of them are getting pretty fantastic. I'm sure you've played some of these and know them well. There's definitely something here for everybody. And And you can load them all up if you want on your iPod Touch. And the App Store is available in 62 countries now. And so that's pretty amazing on every iPod Touch. So let me show you some of this stuff. So I've got my iPod Touch here. Let's turn it on. And I'm going to go into music, and I'm going to pick Green Day. Why not? And American Idiot. And I just tap it to bring up the on-screen controls, and I'm going to hit the Genius button. You see it right there? And I've just made a Genius playlist here. Right? It's very cool. And I can go ahead and I can refresh my playlist if I want and get another list of 25 songs. You know? It's pretty nice. Whoops, excuse me. There we go. And so I can just make Genius playlists right on my iPod Touch. So let me go to movies now and just remind you how great it is to see movies on an iPod Touch. I've got Iron Man here. And again, I can watch it in its full aspect ratio or double tap to fill the screen. You get the idea. And I can go to the App Store and download games and play all sorts of incredible games on my iPod Touch. We've got a treat today. I'm going to invite Phil Schiller up on stage. Phil's our Senior Vice President of Product Marketing. And Phil's going to give us a demo of some games that are not yet out on the market, one that just got out on the market.
Yes.
And so go ahead and show us what you got.
Good morning, everyone. This couldn't be more fun. Think about it. Hundreds and hundreds of games to play, and I get to pick a few to show you, hopefully some that you haven't seen before. So let's get started. Let me flip over. I'm going to start with a game that started shipping just a day ago. You've probably heard about it. It's from EA, a title called Spore. Well, they've brought out a version specifically for the iPod Touch called Spore Origins. Now, if you know anything about Spore, you know it's a pretty ambitious game. You start out as a single-cell organism, then over millennium evolve your character all the way up to a spacefaring race. Well, in Origins, it's at the beginning of the game. You're right in the early primordial ooze phase. So I'm going to jump past this opening video and go right into the creature creator. The animations and graphics and interactivity is just incredible. So here I am. This is a Petri dish. And you may not recognize me, but that's me. I can pinch and zoom and change my character to any shape I want. I can play with its color. Select some different colors. I can play with its graphics and change the textures and designs to it. Maybe want stripes and move those around. Now, this is something you're going to be doing quite a bit as you're playing Spores, changing your characteristics for whatever level you're on. I want to perhaps add some eyes. I don't know why a single-cell organism has eyes but no brain, but it can have that. Or I can go back and I can put some shields on it. I want to have little shields to protect me on my side, maybe. And I can go in and, well, I don't know, I think I'd like a mouth on my front. That would be kind of cool. So you create your character any way you want, and when you're done, you're ready to go out and take on the world.